Kendrick Lamar's selection as the Super Bowl 59 halftime performer has become a full mess. But Lil Wayne never stood a chance in the first place. What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps. I appreciate you to CLBMG gang. Listen, this is a whole mess. Within 48 hours, the entire community has turned on itself, has ate itself. Everyone has a post. Everyone has something to say. The lines are being drawn. If you like Jay-Z, you defending him. If you hate him, you antagonizing him and you demonizing him. If you like Lil Wayne, you defending him. It's going on and on. Drake fans are riding with Drake and Wayne, even though Drake and Wayne is not even in a good space right now. Nicki jumped out of nowhere and feel like Nicki's on some type of narcotic. Let's just be honest, the way she's talking real crazy and spicy about Jay and the whole selection process. But nobody really understands the facts of the matter. Lil Wayne probably was never going to be selected as the New Orleans ambassador. Understand what I'm telling you? And we're going to have a whole conversation. There's a lot to unpack. We're going to be here for a little bit because I want to dig deep into this situation. There was a lot of people who jumped out the window criticizing Jay, such as Mase, Camron, Nicki Minaj, Juvenile has something to say, Hurricane Chris has something to say. Jay hasn't said a word. Kendrick hasn't said a word. The people involved with this whole situation have not said a word. DJ Academics is going nuts. Everybody has something to say. Drake has not said a word either, right? But Drake not really talking about much of nothing but this imaginary round two that he's trying to gear up. He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out. But let's just peel back the layers of why Lil Wayne, I'm just going to be honest. When you peel back all the layers, Lil Wayne was never going to be selected for this, right? Never. And I'll be the first to tell you, in my last video, I was one of the people who said it's kind of crazy that in our little world, it makes sense that Lil Wayne would be the New Orleans ambassador. He has the hits. He has the track record. Lil Wayne has the performance. In the past, we're not talking about right now. In the past, Lil Wayne is able to rock stadiums and crowds, and he's world tour. He did all that. He's Lil Wayne. He's been doing this for over 20 years, right? So in our little world, our little bubble of he's from New Orleans, he's from Texas, he's from insert city, right? He should be the one. So they've never built Super Bowl performances on that. Never. Last time they was in New Orleans in 2013, guess who was the opening act? Wasn't somebody from, I mean, not the opening act, the Super Bowl halftime act. It wasn't nobody from New Orleans. It was Beyonce. Last I checked, she's not from New Orleans. But nobody had a problem with Beyonce, right? Last year, it was Usher, right? Okay. It's not always going to be who you think is from where that's going to be whatever, right? But we have gotten in our minds, and Lil Wayne himself said he was hoping he would be, he was putting it out there. It's called dream building. When you put it, you throw it to the universe. I hope I be select. I hope it's me. I hope my team, we're working on it. We're actively seeking it. Fingers crossed, we can be the opening or the halftime act for the Super Bowl, which is a major honor. They don't get paid to do it, but their record sales and their profile goes up by upwards of 500 to 600% as soon as the Super Bowl is over. Their catalog starts streaming at an obnoxious amount, right? And their numbers go up for what they can be booked for, right? Usher's career took a massive bounce. Everyone who does a Super Bowl gets paid in every other way but from the Super Bowl itself, correctly. It's a big deal, baby. It's 1 billion people watching. Now, you're like, what does all that have to do with Lil Wayne never having a chance? Well, I'm going to tell you why. For one, there's a lot of obstacles in his way. We all know that Jay-Z is the head of the NFL entertainment division when it comes to booking acts for the Super Bowl, saying, oh, this person is in, that person is in, right? And a lot of speculation about why Jay would select Kendrick and why he would not select Lil Wayne has been raised, right? And some people flat out believe that it's political. Some people flat out believe it's get back, it's payback. Some people flat out believe Jay-Z has the only vote, has his finger on the button and says who gets in, who doesn't. It doesn't get by me, right? I believe that that is to some degree true. But once you peel back the layers and you start doing a little research, you realize that the city itself, the home city who petitioned, they have to petition to even be the Super Bowl. Each city has to send in a proposal to host the Super Bowl. And they don't just give it out. They don't just say, all right, you get a Super Bowl, the city has to put a proposal together, and every couple years they select out in advance, but the city gets selected of where it's going to be. And once that city is selected, that city gets to pick pretty much everything, where all the jobs go, everything. The city picks that. And the city has the final say on who is or is not the Super Bowl talent, right? Now, when that decision comes before them, they don't just have this whole wide range of artists. They are handpicked by the committee, which is Jay-Z, Rock Nation, the people that we're trying to blame, that we want to say, oh, Jay-Z don't like Birdman, right? That is the people, that Rock Nation team that was signed by the NFL back in 2016, 2017, because they were blackballing Colin Kaepernick and black people wasn't having it, right? When he was kneeling, they started to come down on him with a hammer because most of their clientele, most of the people that watch it didn't like the kneeling, right? They were thinking of the middle America, cornbread, corn-fed, the guy that's got his plaid shirt and his boots and he, you know what I'm saying? He's like, don't be kneeling on my flag, right? So that person they thought was who was the face of the NFL, not realizing, wait, we're 80% black. Like the league is 80%. Like most of the people in the league is black. A lot of the coaches is black, like the undercoach, not the head coaches, right? But the people that's washing the uniforms and doing a lot of the labor, a lot of them is black. So they realize, wait, we can't turn our back on this. We can't just dismiss this whole Black Lives Matter and all this racism. So now they got Black Lives Matter on the helmet, Black Lives erase racism on the jersey. They reversed the whole thing and they brought in Jay-Z, right? Remember Roger Goodell tried to put his hand on Jay-Z's shoulder and he's like, yo, don't be sunning me, son, duff on you, right? That's why they brought Jay-Z in to put the black spin on him. We thought Jay was going to be in and out. Jay's still there. It's 2024. That look like what? If my math is math, then that's about 7 years, 6, 7 years that Jay's still there. Even after he said we done kneeling, which we were done kneeling. A lot of people didn't want to hear that. A lot of people like to demonize Jay. But at the same time, Jay be right about some stuff. We were done kneeling. Kneeling was over. Nobody was mad at kneeling no more. Once you're not mad at it no more, it's not rebellious no more. Right? So, end of the day, we were done kneeling. They brought Jay in. Jay has, since he got there, I don't remember, let me see. I don't know if there's been many other races other than blacks and hip urban blacks on the Super Bowl. I think Beyonce, Usher, who was it? Dr. Dre and Snoop brought Eminem, 50 Cent, all them out. Mary J. Blige and all them came out, right? And who else? I can't remember who. I don't even remember everybody else who did the Super Bowl, but it wasn't a lot of, I think, was it Justin Timberlake or something? I don't know. But end of the day, Jay-Z has ushered in an era of rappers, cool R&B singers being on the Super Bowl, right? Rather than Barry Manilow, right? And Hall & Oates, right? So he's ushered this in, but he's gotten nothing but criticism for this whole thing with who he picks and who he didn't pick, But Jay-Z doesn't just pick everybody. That's the part that's going to hurt when Nicki Minaj wake up out of this whatever stupor or whatever little party drug she had last night or whatever it was when she called Jay-Z. They basically called him a devil, right? Called him everything under the sun. And of course, her fans and people that rock with everybody but him swarmed in to demonize him and call him the COON word and all kind of other stuff, right? And with that being said, Jay hasn't responded, but a lot of things started popping up that way. Jay doesn't have the final decision. So for all we know, Jay picked Lil Wayne. They got to give the city names. The whole city gets a bunch of names. Jay-Z could have said, Lil Wayne, Birdman, whoever, insert Shaka Khan, and then he put Kendrick at the end. And they looked at it and was like going with the hype. You know, a lot of people go with the hype. Kendrick, Not Like Us, is still number 3 on music of YouTube in the world. It's still the number 3 song. It has 129 million views, right? To put that in perspective, Drake's best diss record in the whole battle was Family Matters, and that has 29 million views. So Kendrick is doing numbers of like a Taylor Swift or something like some other. He's doing big numbers with this stuff, right? It's like when one of those Latin records come out and it goes worldwide, like them type of numbers, like ridiculous, crazy numbers, right? But I say all that to say, the demonizing of Jay-Z took place for 48 hours. Juvenile came out, he got a whole rant that he's mad at the people that hired Jay-Z. I'm not mad at Jay-Z. He didn't say Jay-Z's name. I'm not mad at Jay-Z. I'm mad at the people that hired Jay-Z, right? Juvenile's pissed. Lil Wayne's manager, he's pissed. He's despondent. I can't believe this. We would not put this in their hands again. This time, the next time, we'll take control of our destiny, right? It's a whole thing going on, right? Now you got everybody picking sides. Jay don't like Lil Wayne. Mase and Camron came out. This is hating on another level. You still hating a man for 30. Okay, so let's talk about it. Jay-Z hates Lil Wayne. Didn't Jay-Z pay Lil Wayne's taxes like $14 million? Didn't Lil Wayne call Jay-Z the GOAT? Literally, go look this stuff up that I'm talking to you. They just got a picture of them like a few weeks ago together laughing. Right? Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares. They just need a demon. They need somebody to blame. It's that damn big nose, big lip, camel-looking Jay-Z, right? And I get it. It's easy. It's low-hanging fruit. Nicki Minaj went on a bender. Dead-ass bender. But you got to understand, all of these benders are politically motivated, right? Let's talk about it. Jay-Z diss Mase back in the day. Imaginary Playmate. That's about Mase, right? What the F you done to that? He was talking about how Mase had the rollies with the bust downs, da-da-da. He was dissing Mase. Mase hasn't liked Jay since that. That was in the 90s, am I bugging? Jay-Z Volume 2, that's in the 90s. Am I bugging? Maybe it's 2000. I have no idea. But I know it's old. But Mase still got a problem with Jay-Z. Almost everything Mase has been saying lately has been politically motivated. Just gonna be honest. And you gotta think Camron is riding with Drake. Drake brought out Dipset on his tour. He brought them on the stage. They was extremely grateful. They have rolled with Drake ever since that. I don't know if they're looking for a Drake feature, but you will not hear Camron going against Drake. Not to mention, Cam has his own history with Jay-Z when Dame Dash made Camron president of Rockefeller. And then Jay was like, he president of nothing because I'm breaking the whole thing up. We're done. And where we at with Rockefeller right now, Dame Dash still trying to sell his 1/3 of Rockefeller Inc. to get $10 million for a Rockefeller chain. So the thing is destroyed. So you got to understand, Mase and Camron are compromised. Right? So they're going to say whatever they're going to say. Now let's get to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj rocks with Birdman. Birdman and Jay have been sparring publicly, right? Jay said, you got baby money. You ain't even got my lady money. That was to Birdman. Birdman is her mentor. This is the guy that built her career. So she's going to come out, right? Wild-eyed, just pupils dilated, talking crazy about Jay. Why wouldn't she? This is a slight. So everybody's going to fake rally around Lil Wayne, right? They're going to fake, oh, you're doing this to Weezy, which I love, Wayne. I would love to see Wayne at the Super Bowl. But then people started saying, wait, Wayne at the Super Bowl? What about these last couple performances? They start pulling up video footage of Wayne doing really just awful shows. I'm just going to be honest. You ain't got a lot of awful Kendrick performance videos, but you got quite a few awful Wayne performance videos. Not to mention Wayne himself has said he don't remember his lyrics. Remember that interview with Barbara Walters back in the day? He said, everybody want to know what's in my cup, but it's my cup, right? He had the big white cup, the double cup with all the lean in it. And he said, that she was like, they're concerned about you, Wayne. People are concerned about what you're drinking in your cup. He's like, it's my cup, right? Remember all that? So what's in that cup has become an issue for Lil Wayne. I'm just going to be honest. It's become an issue. And Wayne himself has said he can't remember his lyrics. So we're going to put Lil Wayne in front of 1 billion people and he can't remember his lyrics and his performances are kind of iffy. Now, I just told you, New Orleans picks. New Orleans was probably like, wait, this guy still has this cup, which means he's condoning lean. He's actively drinking a illegal substance in front of you. Do Lil Wayne still drink lean? I'm not sure. You tell me. Get in the comments and tell me if you ever seen Lil Wayne in the last 5 years with a cup. And the cup wasn't just soda. I'm just gonna be honest, and I like Lil Wayne. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to put this all in perspective. Not to mention, and this is a small thing, because I just told you Lil Wayne and them have been seen with Jay-Z, but Lil Wayne did respond to that little baby diss when Jay said, you ain't got my lady money, you got baby money. So then Wayne came back and said, baby money, we got that kidnap your lady money. So Lil Wayne openly dissed Jay-Z. Now, Jay could have forgot about that, or maybe he didn't, right? Maybe he didn't. No, we still got a whole issue. All of this is politically motivated. Now, let's just get to Hurricane Chris. Hurricane Chris, the A-Bay, which I got no problem with Hurricane Chris. I respect that he beat that murder charge. I really listened to his interview. I said, you know what? I believe this dude. This dude is a real G. This dude is legit, right? He beat the murder charge. It was self-defense. Somebody came at him all out of pocket, and he handled his business. But at the same time, politically motivated. He's riding this wave of New Orleans. They come to the South and they want to disrespect. We got to stand for something. We the South, da-da-da. He's like inciting these guys to be like, yeah, F that, F 50 Cent. Like he done went on that 50 Cent because 50 Cent did a festival. And it was a comedy/rap show, all these big names on it. And Hurricane Chris wasn't booked. And people he thought was not booked wasn't on it either. And he went nuts like, yo, you came down here for a money grab, you a culture vulture, da-da-da-da. Not knowing that some of the artists that he was saying wasn't on the show was actually on the show. They just was on a lesser card. But it is what it is. Hurricane is standing up for his city. I respect that. But at the same time, the agenda now, the flag he's carrying, because it's getting them a lot of traction, is standing up for the South, standing up for the South, standing up for the South, standing up for New Orleans, right? Which is, God bless him, he should. But what are they going to tell him when he finds out that the final decision went to New Orleans? The city of New Orleans chose Kendrick. What's going to happen? What's going to happen when he finds out that the city of New Orleans chose Kendrick? That's going to be really, really interesting, compelling. Because after that point, I want to know if there's going to be a video saying, damn, I was wrong. It wasn't Rock Nation and Desiree Perez and the diabolical Jay-Z, right? It's just a whole lot going on. Lil Wayne was never going to get it because of the drug use, because of the awful performances, because of just him basically saying, I can't remember my raps. And not only that, all the little beefs that he's entangled with Jay and Birdman and Nicki, da-da-da, he was never going to get it. The cards were stacked against him before the internet outcry. And the last thing I want to say is, when did we ever have it locked in that I'm from this city, you got to have me? Like, it's never been that. They don't never do that. That's new. We're creating that. That is a narrative that doesn't exist. We want to make it exist because, for one, a lot of these people just don't like Jay-Z. They just don't like him. So they're going to go, yeah, I don't like him. Man, he foul. He a snake. He did Dame Dash dirty. He did Biggs dirty. Yeah, he stole all the beats from Camp Low. Yeah, right? They just don't like him. They found a million reasons. Eminem destroyed him on his own song. Like, just wild stuff, right? So end of the day, a lot of this is, like I said, it is just petty political things. Now, let's get to Jay. What if Jay really is like, not today, Drake. You won't be getting on stage with Lil Wayne today. Kendrick put his arm around Kendrick like, you are the culture. Like, nah, it is what it is. So basically, if Jay is being petty, it sounds like everybody being petty. Everybody being petty, bro. Let's just be honest. And salute to Kendrick. I'm just, you know what? My stance is, I want to see the show. I just want to see the show. At this point, bring Kendrick out. I just want to see the show. I can't wait. Whack, 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 whack. Biggest the super. Biggest the what? Listen, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not doing no more talking. Let me know what you think. Was Lil Wayne ever going to get this spot? Did he deserve this spot? It sounds like a lot going on to actually, if I'm on the committee and I'm looking at the whole Lil Wayne situation, Like, it sound good, but I don't know if I'm going to vote for Lil Wayne. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Now, we do know a lot of that is lip syncing and da-da-da, so, okay, then I'll give you that. Then maybe. And actually, Lil Wayne is plugged in with sports. He's on Skip Bayless every week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which, guy, I think that show got canceled. But end of the day, Lil Wayne is a very good ambassador to sports in the NFL, so it's a lot to say. It's a lot to say. But at the end of the day, it's Kendrick. And a lot of these people just trying to steal his moment, bro. It is what it is. A lot of this is fake outrage just to steal Kendrick's moment. But you know what Kenny gonna do? He gonna go to rehearsal every day. He gonna get that track listing set up. He gonna call SZA, and he gonna probably get Taylor to come out. He gonna have Lil Wayne there anyway. So it's just gonna be a celebration, right? It's gonna be a celebration. It is what it is. You might get Kanye out there. You might see some stuff you ain't never seen in your life. Dr. Dre gonna be there. Snoop gonna be there. It might be a whole LA thing all over again. Might get the game this time. I doubt it, but it might. Might do a Nipsey tribute. Might be a whole thing. Let me know what you think in the comments. Lil Wayne should be at the Super Bowl or not. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.